Somehow the rap game reminds me of the game. Used to sport valleys and gazelles with black frames. Now I'm into fat chains. Fly new chicks and new kicks. Represent, represent. Represent, represent.
A win against a Western Conference rival. The San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You take a look at the Warriors. A superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans as well as all that are involved are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in the center position. Here's San Antonio now. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Green kicks to Bogut. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
It's stolen by Curry.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see. Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. Anderson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
In for the Spurs, Kyle Anderson.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. That's a 2 from Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Dial comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Got that bucket in no time at all. West has got his first basket. Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Warriors leading by 3. The kick out to Spates. Shoots from the high post. And the rebound goes to Martin.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's Iguodala missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
They get it back. Ezeli kicks to Iguodala. And he gets it to go. Iguodala's got his first basket of the night.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
The Warriors leading. Kicks it out to Barbosa. 16 feet away. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Warriors lead. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Barnes has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. Nice shot by Ginobili.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Spurs trail by 7. There's the dish to Parker. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Bogut.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Inside. Here's Barnes. Excellent D there from Parker. The drive by Green. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Steph Curry.
How about the inbound pass there? An easy bucket.
The Spurs have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Thompson dishes to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how San Antonio ranks league-wide. First in free throw shooting, third in blocks, and they're ranked third in lowest amount of turnovers per game. That's the sign of a team that understands the importance of taking care of the ball.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Bogut the pass to Green. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Livingston comes in for Brandon Rush. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. West is checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Leonard. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Warriors leading by 10. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Now here's Curry. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. From down in the low post, it goes. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Anderson comes in for Leonard. .149 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Diaw. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Just 4 to shoot. No good from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the Warriors with some changes. Azili's checked in for Green. And it's Iguodala in for Thompson. And San Antonio also making a switch. Martin's checked in. Curry's shot is good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Tries to save it. Out of bounds, Golden State.